you may have someone that you think that you would be fine with, but because the approach is wrong, I think, to the process, that's where people get messed up. Like, for example, a lot of the people that are going to take these classes, they're not going to take the classes because they're going to get all this new revelation of information. They're going to take the classes and learn from the classes because the approach to finding a spouse has to be one that makes sense and where the expectations are reasonable and balanced. So if you have someone in the class that's also going through the same kind of learning process with you, then it's much more likely that both of you will have the same approach to the issue. That's why the classes are mandatory. That's why we're making the class first. It's not just that you can't find each other, but that even if you found each other, you probably wouldn't recognize that you found each other, and it would be difficult to reconcile the preconceived expectations without a much more extensive process, which is why we're having the extensive process from the get-go. Opportunities for singles to meet, they're there, but the opportunities are pressured, few and far between, and the people that are coming to these things are not prepared. They don't have the right state. They're not in the right frame of mind to actually, they're not open and sort of willing to engage with anybody else. And there's no opportunity for that, which is what these classes and what these social events will hopefully be able to do. It's not so simple as you got this guy, you really ought to meet him, and hey, what's up? Okay, let's go. I think you ought to get married. Yeah, we ought to get married. It's not so straightforward. It's a lot more. Unfortunately, the decision is so large, and there's so many people that are involved. And that's the other thing, is there's so many people that are involved that aren't getting brought into the process. So, for example, it's not just you. So you sitting at the dinner table at an event, staring at somebody else who's also staring at you by themselves, that's not going to make any big decisions. However, if you are at a CML event, say, and you're there, your dad is there, your mom is there, your brother is there. It's a different thing, because then when you say, oh well, that guy was asking about me, or that guy, I think his family's, I know, is looking. I saw him in my singles class. Then, it's a whole different conversation. It's a whole different conversation. So the whole nature of the approach changes, and that's the reason why we think that, or we hope that this is going to work.